If you clicked on this video, then you're probably wondering for yourself, what the heck is Rivals of Aether? Now, as you've seen in the title, it did say that it was a Smash Bros. Based fighting game, and just Smash Bros.-esque, but that does not mean that it is a complete copy of Smash Bros. So it's something that's brand new to the table, it's a brand new indie game, but it does take a lot from Smash Bros., a lot of stuff you really like from Melee, and some stuff from Smash 4, from all the games, really adds it all up together and becomes a great experience. And let me explain this a little bit more, but that's just what I'd like to say as a little introduction. To start off, this game is very similar to games like Melee, like Smash 4. It's a very good party game, I'd say, and it's also a very good single-player 1v1 online. There is a tournament ranking ladder that you can do if you really want to do that, and that'll just help you improve your skills, but at the same time, you can just play with some fun with some friends, which is very nice. Now, this is not just a clone like Smash Flash, it's not just like Smash Bros. There's a lot of stuff added, there's a lot of stuff taken away, and it is a very offensive-based game. If you do like some offense in your gameplay, this will be really good. They do add a lot of new mechanics that have been never seen before, and let me go over that right now. So essentially, some additions that have been added comparatively to Smash 4 is that there's some wave dashing, there's wave landing, there's also auto cancelling, but the game also adds some new stuff like wall jumping after a recovery, but at the same time not being able to grab the ledge, and also you can parry, which means when they attack you can parry and it'll put them into a little second of stun so you can hit them. And there's just a lot of new mechanics for each and every single character. They all have their own mechanics. One is such as a smoke mechanic, which you can put down then suck up and create a clone later. So as you can see, there's a lot of creativity put in this game, and there's a lot of different stuff that they will be adding. Of course, there's not all the characters out right now. There are a few hidden characters out that are just coming out right on the 22nd. But as we can see right now, it seems like there are going to be at least 8 characters, up to 16 characters in my opinion. There's a lot of stages, and I do see a lot of potential in this game in the coming future. Now, another nice thing about this is that it does have 2v2. I know a lot of people do like to play 2v2, so I really think this was a good addition and just an easy thing that they could do. And another thing is that there are stages for casual players. This game is trying to go a little bit for casual. I know it's mostly competitive, hopefully they're giving you a lot of tournaments and stuff like that, but it does also have some stuff for casual players, and I feel like it will be very fun for casual players. Now, a lot of the techniques are a little bit easier to pull off. The wave dashing isn't quite as hard in this game, and just some of the other techniques aren't as hard to pull off, so I feel like medium level players will be able to play it more, but at the same time, the DI is pretty good in this game, so you have to learn how to DI well, you have to learn how to pretty much play with the hit stun, you have to learn how to do all your combos, so I feel like it'll still be a very hard to learn and very hard to play game, but at the same time, it will work for some more casual players. And something added to those casual players' fun, pretty much, is that there are these things called Aether stages. Now, normally there are just these regular stages, which don't really have much on them. They're just kind of flat stages with a few platforms. But there's a thing called Aether stages that do have these weird little mechanics within them. One of them is just if you get thrown off, you get eaten by a giant, like, tree fish thing. There's all these different types of things that are within this game. So I feel like these will actually be very good for casual people. If you are wanting to get into this game, if you just want to play casually, just have a fun game similar to Smash Bros., I really think this will take the cake. This is one of the best 2D fighters, Smash Bros. Type fighters, I guess you could say, that I've seen on the market, and it does seem to be coming out at a pretty cheap price. It hasn't been exactly announced yet, but he is speculating about $15 to $20, so really not way too much, and it's probably even cheaper right as the game comes out on Steam. So as far as the gameplay in this game, you can pretty much expect a Melee-esque type of game, but also with a lot of new functions that people really weren't expecting, such as parrying, being able to jump after a recovery, and just a lot of new mechanics from each character, which does make the game a lot different from Melee and those such of things. But I feel like all these things added together will actually create a great spectator sport, and the addition that the game is very fast, very close range, and very combo based. It'll make a great spectator sport. People love to see combos, people love to see the fast paced action. Imagine Fox in pretty much Super Smash Bros. Melee, but imagine that with most of the characters in the game. Now, as far as the balance of the game, a lot of people want to know this. As far as what I've seen so far from the early alpha stages, it does seem pretty balanced. Every character seems very, very, very strong, but at the same time, when everyone's strong, nobody is. Pretty much just from that Incredibles thing. So I would say that this game does seem to be very balanced. There were some 0 to death combos that were just way too ridiculous, but of course he did patch that, and that's one thing I really want to say about this game. It seems like the guy making it actually wants to patch it, actually wants to change it, actually wants to make the game become a good competitive game, instead of just leaving it as this guy's OP and it'll always be OP. I think he really wants to make the tier list pretty much anybody can be at the top and anybody can be at the bottom. Now, as far as characters themselves, the characters seem to be based somewhat off of Smash Bros. Characters as far as their A moves, but their Mii moves are mainly just their very own. They're just kind of brand new. A lot of the A moves themselves can be a little bit different, such as somebody like Maples, her down air in the air, of course, will summon a little root from the ground, even if she's in the air, and it can start up these combos and stuff like that, which is really weird, and you wouldn't really ever see that in Smash Bros. But of course, there still are some other stuff like Maple's up air, which seems to be like a Palutena's up air, so it does kind of take some stuff from Smash Bros. It takes some new stuff from itself, and it adds it all up. I feel like this game, added together, will become a very good indie game. I'd say try it out, or at least see somebody else doing it, see somebody else playing the game. I'm really hyped for this game, as you can see from this video, but But I hope you guys enjoy. I will be doing a lot of videos about this game, just saying, so do get ready for these. I hope that you do all enjoy this game, and of course if it doesn't go over way too well, I'll just stop making some videos. But I do want to make a lot of videos. There'll be some character guides, some top 5s, and stuff like that. Make sure to like, comment, and share this video to your friends that have never heard about this game. I really want to get this game out there, and I feel like if it could become big, it could become very fun, and just something for people that don't have a Wii U to play, because I've always been really feeling bad for the people that don't have a Wii U, and now this seems to be the way, just get them up on the catch as far as Smash Brothers. Thank you guys for watching though, and I'll see you all next time.